Okay, guys. So I just wanted to record a really brief update. What I'm seeing on Bitcoin at the moment. So after you watch this video, if you want to copy these levels and you find my chart and my levels interesting, make sure you watch the next video because I'm actually going to show you guys how you can copy my levels and put them on your chart, as well as store your own levels for later use. So make sure you click onto the next video after this if you want to learn about that. So what I'm seeing at the moment on Bitcoin, we had this kind of run up to 62,000 recently, and we also broke the recent high of 58,200 over here. Um, it was looking pretty bullish. We're looking pretty good. Altcoins were actually starting to look pretty good as well. And then over the last couple of days and maybe a week or so, it started to turn around a bit more negative, and it doesn't really look the greatest at the moment. So if you've been paying attention to my post, I said that 55 to 56,000 or so is going to be really important to hold. If that doesn't hold, then we have a likelihood of Bitcoin actually coming back down to around 50,000 to 51,000 to test the support area I've marked here. So what I think is going to happen here now is so you can see here before we had the really crazy upswing after Elon Musk announced he was buying Bitcoin and all that. We had this upwards move and we started to form a symmetrical triangle here. So if you don't know what a symmetrical triangle is, I'll just bring the image up really quickly. So yeah, in the Discord at the bottom in the pattern mastery section, we've got the symmetrical triangle. So you can see the price, the swings, but 5 times between a kind of literally, if you were to cut it in half, it looks pretty much the same size on both sides. Triangle. Eventually, the price breaks out of this structure, and that gives us a hint of the potential direction that it can go. So you can see we had the first triangle here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, and on the fifth touch, we actually broke downwards. So it looked like a bearish triangle. A lot of people shorted here. They panic sold their bags, and eventually the price actually reclaimed this triangle. Just a second. Yeah, eventually the price, as you can see at this point here, it actually got back above this triangle, and from there on, we started moving up at a pretty fast rate. So over here, we've pretty much got the same thing. Yeah, we had a massive run up to the triangle, like so. We've got 1 touch here, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So right now, we're looking pretty weak on Bitcoin. Um, we've got some strong red candles, as you can see here. We've got a lot of uncertainty in the market, which isn't good as well. So if we were to lose 55,600 to 56,300, I think it's going to be the same thing as this. We're going to see this triangle breakout downwards. We're going to see a lot of panic, a lot of selling. It's probably going to head down to this area, which is the closest local kind of area we bounce from. And when we get there, we're probably going to do something similar to this, which is, it's going to shake out all the late traders, all the people who got long, who entered Bitcoin up here instead of entering over here or over here. It's going to throw the price down. They're going to panic. They're going to sell their Bitcoin in fear. And, the likelihood is we're going to do something like this here, where more big buyers like Elon Musk or MicroStrategy, etc., get in, or even down here at the last stand support, 45,000. So I'm expecting this to be pretty much a Wyckoff re-accumulation, guys. I could be wrong. It's still a little bit early to tell. But what I can see is that, if you have a really close comparison, guys, you can see that this wick off here, like so, here's the spring here. We started with this really perfect order block, and we've pretty much got a perfect order block here, or here, which is a pretty good sign to me that we're actually potentially forming another reaccumulation. So if for the new guys, if you want to know what I'm talking about with the reaccumulation, you can go into Discord, go at the very top to where is it? Start here, and then you've got my personal links here. You can click my personal trading view, worth the risk personal trading view, and click on my profile. And you're gonna have to go down my wall a bit. I've got quite a lot of different ideas. It's not too far. Here we are. So Bitcoin, signs of accumulation and more upside potential. Yeah, click onto this idea. I'll link it up in the video description for you guys. So you want to check out this idea, and it's going to explain to you. This is the first Wyckoff reaccumulation I actually just described. The one I've got all these yellow markings on. So I actually called this one perfectly. If you want to learn about what this is and how to identify it, then check out this idea, and it's going to give you a really brief run through that. Or you can just go in Discord, type in search, type in Wyckoff, and just browse through everyone's different ideas and comments on the Wyckoff, and you'll learn a lot. Or scroll down the bottom here and go to education resources, Wyckoff, and Wyckoff materials. So this is a Wyckoff reaccumulation. So to put it simple, if we lose this support here, we're probably going to expect more downside. The market's probably going to take a hit initially, but at some point, I expect us to put in a kind of double bottom, like so, around 50,000. Maybe worst case scenario is going to be 45,000. I think the reason I'm saying 45,000 is because I've got the chart here. You can see this current 1 month candle. With the actual open of it is at 45,000. So that tends to be a pretty important area. So that's what I'm watching for now, guys. I'm not going to panic or anything. I guess it's going to be a pretty choppy, maybe altcoins are going to do all right. If Bitcoin has an initial sell-off like so, and then starts to consolidate sideways, altcoins are probably going to do all right. But initially, if we lose the support, they're probably going to take a hit. USDT ones are definitely going to take a hit as well. And if I'm wrong and Bitcoin does go up from here and it breaks out to the upside of this triangle, then we're probably going to see the Bitcoin paired alts take a hit initially, and the USD pairs follow Bitcoin's movement. What else? Let's have a quick look what else we can see. So yeah, it doesn't look very good to me at the moment, guys. It just looks like the same price action we saw back at around 30,000. We've got this sorry. We've got the creation of support. We've got the first kind of bump, the second kind of swing. We've got the ST kind of area, and now we have to see that if we get the shakeout underneath it for that really nice entry. And it also looks like an ugly version of the head and shoulders pattern. So it's pretty likely that we have a breakdown here. And then if we are bullish, like I said, we're going to quickly come back inside this area, maybe get back inside this triangle, and then it's going to be a really good sign once we get back above the triangle completely and bounce off it. Until that happens, I would just be really careful what you're doing here, especially with your Bitcoin longs, because when the fear comes into the market and we lose that, if we lose the triangle support, the market can go down a lot faster and further than you realize because everyone's panicking. So you can see the same thing here. We had the kind of support, the first bump, the kind of run, And, it's almost identical, guys. We had the head and shoulders here, right? And the head and shoulders goes underneath the triangle. We get this double bottom. And then the moment it gets back above the triangle, you can see we start to get this really big and strong uptrend. So one more quick look. You can see support area bump and run. And now it looks like we're almost creating that kind of ugly head and shoulder structure to lose the support here. So let's see what happens, guys. That's just that's just my general overview and plan for now. If anything changes, I'm going to update you guys in the group straight away. But for now, I'm just kind of being patient. I definitely reduced some of my altcoin positions over the last few days because the market is just it's not the greatest to trade. It's being kind of indecisive. So yeah, I've just been on the sidelines and waiting for a proper bounce across the market, across altcoins, and then a bit of momentum. Once people feel safer and they're not so uncertain, we can potentially see some proper bottoms on alts put in. But for now, I don't think we're going to see too much happening, guys, until Bitcoin kind of establishes a proper direction and calms down a bit. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you click on the next video because I'm going to give you just a 5-10 minute run through of how I select my levels and how you can actually document your levels to use them later so you don't have to spend as much time drawing them over and over.